Hey kids, it's Tommy, and for our first installment of Tommy Log Tech, I want to talk about the Belkin Wemo switch. The switch was provided by my good friends at Verizon. They asked me to take a look at it, test it. They paid for it. My opinions are my own. So I got my switch here, kind of around Christmas time, so Merry Christmas, Tommy. And I cracked it open, and it really couldn't be simpler. Box open, little flap. Here's the instructions, the whole instructions, and here's the switch. Everything else, that's it. We'll take a look at the instructions in a second. The switch is a 110 switch that is actually kind of cool. It has a little button here, so for those people who need a little manual help here, bam, a little light on the top to make sure to tell you about the Wi-Fi connection and things of that nature, and your 3-prong plug. It says any electronics. I tried it with a heater and my wife's KitchenAid. She thought that was kind of funny. But it was actually pretty simple. The setup procedure is actually even easier than that. There's no instructions whatsoever, other than the fact that they says plug it in, download the app. What you do is the switch itself makes a little mini Wi-Fi network. You put your phone on this network, tell it what your home network is, and then bam, it's ready to go. Then you just enjoy it. Once the configuration is done, you then can go into the iPhone app. You can electronically, via Wi-Fi, turn on and off the switch, which works really well. You can then give it rules. You can have multiple switches all controlled by the same interface. But in these rules, you can go and say, hey, I want it to turn on at sunrise and turn off at sunset. Or vice versa. Maybe like you have a light in the front room that you want to turn on at dusk and up and dawn. Those are pre-configured in the device. You can say, I just want this to turn off. We have a heater upstairs, and I said, I just want this to turn off at 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay, bam, did its job. So the only hiccup with this device is when I got it, I had to update the firmware. And the software told me that though, but what the software didn't tell me is that I had to restart my iOS device to get the firmware moving here. And I had to call Belkin support. Nice people, very nice, all worked just fine, but it took me about 15 minutes longer than it normally would have to get this up and running. So if you're looking for an entry-level home automation tool where you don't have to do any real big configuring or programming, and you don't want to just have something you just want to plug right in and start working in a matter of minutes, the Belkin Wemo switch is the product for you. Dead simple, works as advertised, great little product. This is Tommy signing off.